Hello everybody, welcome to Poli Games. I'm your host Joseph, and today I'm going to be talking about something that surprised me, that not a lot of people are talking about, and that is the Xbox Game Pass and what its effect it can have on the used game market and GameStop in a whole, or as a whole rather. Now before we get into it, I do want to apologize for the rest of the video. I will be calling it Xbox Access. I got EA Access and the Game Pass mixed up. My bad. Now you might be asking yourself, what is the Xbox Game Pass? Well, a couple days ago, Microsoft announced a new program, a new approach to playing games digitally. And where you pay $9.99, you get to play games like Halo 5, Gears of War, 2K16, Red Dead Redemption, all these games from the 360 library and older Xbox One library, and you get to play them in one place for $9.99. You get to download each game, and whether those games leave that storefront or not, those save files stay there. And you've been seeing this approach to older games or to digital games ever since EA Access, where you get to play EA games for $5 a month, older EA games for $5 a month, and even PlayStation Now, where you pay $20 a month, you get to stream PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 games onto your console. Now, again, you might go, well, Joseph, what does this have to do with GameStop? GameStop relies solely on used game sales. That's where they make all of their money. See, for GameStop, when you buy a used game for $35 or $34.99, they make $34.99 on that copy of that game. That's how GameStop makes most of their money, is off of used games. And for the longest time now, they haven't given publishers or developers any of that money back. They don't give them a percentage of the cut. And that's been pissing off developers and publishers since being able to trade in your games was a thing. They want to see that money come back to them. Now, whether that's right or wrong, this is not the video that discusses that. What is discussing is, ever since that announcement, GameStop stock has dropped significantly ever since the announcement of Game Access. And you might go, well, why? Why is GameStop, or how can GameStop be affected? Well, it can affect them in numbers of ways. A, it can affect them by introducing people to a digital storefront for maybe the first time. Maybe that price is really convincing. Maybe you want to play Halo 5 one day and you're like, $9.99, let's go for it. And you get introduced to a digital storefront, and digital is GameStop's worst enemy. That's, when they look at it, that's their death nail. That's their coffin. Digital has been rising year after year. It's becoming the primary way that people buy their AAA titles, not just indie games. So when GameStop looks at another way of buying digital, maybe introducing people to the digital market, that scares them. Not only that, but you see publishers and developers gathering together and saying, you know what, I'll be making a cut off of every time someone downloads Red Dead Redemption. 2K sees that and they're like, well, better than nothing. And at the same time, for this publisher and that developer, it goes, well, you know what? Now I also get to introduce these people to my games, to my series, to the things that I want people to see, right? That's why Netflix is so popular to so many TV outlets and so many movies, because people watch them and then they go, well, I really love Breaking Bad. Let me see what this 5th season is all about. And that's why Breaking Bad's 5th season was so huge and so popular. You see all these TV shows now kind of throwing their series on Netflix a year afterwards, because then they get a bonus of people that get introduced to this TV show and fall in love with it and follow it. That's what I did with The Flash. That's what I did with The Arrow. I watched a few seasons there and I went, wow, I really love Flash, and Green Arrow is going downhill, but let me still watch it anyway. Again, it introduces people to that digital storefront. It scares them. GameStop, it introduces people to their properties, and at the same time, they're still making money off of this stuff. So that's why you see, PlayStation try to make PlayStation Now a thing, because they want that storefront to be where all the publishers go so that they could all make money off of. That's why EA Access is a thing, because they go, well, $5 is $5. I'd rather $5 than no bucks. And now with the Game Pass, I feel like is the best way of playing older titles on your Xbox platform. So again, it scares GameStop. They don't like it that much. You even see their stocks drop, because digital is the future. Whether I like it or not, me personally, I buy my games physical, but again, that's just the way the world works. So, guys, I want to know what your thoughts is on this digital revolution. Do you guys think that this Game Access is going to be a hit? Do you think PlayStation Now is awesome? Or do you think, you know what, physical, I love it, please, please don't take my beautiful steel books away from me. So with all that said and all that out of the way, if you like my content, you want to see more of it, we do news, impressions, unboxings. Sometimes I even make a list video and have a few rants of my own. So if you like that, please hit subscribe. It helps me out, shows me that you care. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Everybody, have a great day. And we don't care here at Poli Games whether you game on a PlayStation, Microsoft console, PC, Nintendo, mobile phone, an iPad. As long as you game, that's the most important thing here at Poli Games. It's all about the discussion. So let me know your comments down below. And everybody, have a great day.